Well, as a kid, did you build secret forts out of blankets and pillows?
All the time.
How about secret bases out of snowbanks with intricate tunnel systems? I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a big common area with a pillar of snow in the center. And then you touch it with your hand to make it like melt a little bit into ice and the structure sound, baby.
Dope. Was it a stripper pole?
That's a big stripper pole. So.
Well, maybe it's genetically coded in us to build a shelter as the most safe place possible. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe we just think it's dope as hell, but either way, the secret bases you construct are and were amazing.
As
Look around,
kids, of
everybody.
course.
Well,
you
yeah.
know?
Now imagine you have almost unlimited money and resources at your disposal. And you are a high-ranking member of the military-industrial complex. The kid in you comes out with the answer to the question, what's an idea for a new base?
Side of a mountain.
Yeah. Well, Area 51 is one of the most famous secret bases, and was both the best and worst kept secret.
It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times.
The oxymoronic take on Area 51 meant that it was such a well-kept secret that its existence was thought to be that of urban legend for a long time.
Yes.
Or a long time.
Long time. We love you long time.
But on the flip side of the coin, almost everybody knew the name and the location of the base.
Which is funny.
Yeah. It's the biggest
It's a secret until 2013.
Yes.
But everybody knew about it.
Everyone knows. This base is inaccessible by anyone unless given the umpteen different levels of whatever security clearance allows you to work on UFOs. You can spot the base in the middle of the desert in southern Nevada. You may see a long dirt road that leads to a highly fenced area with guards posted at the gate.
Yes, classified Q. What does that mean? High fucking security. It takes $20,000 to become a, I think it was Q. I'm sorry. I just listened to that interview today. $20,000 to become a level Q security guard, I think it was called.
Really?
Don't fall.
You have to pay $20,000 to get a job?
It takes about 20. No. You don't have to pay to get a job, but for the, I think it's just the schooling or whatever. Basically, you have to pay $20,000. So usually they work at the Pentagon, I guess. And
Damn.
stuff like. Anyways, sorry. The guy that worked at Area 51 and Skinwalker Ranch, the podcast I was listening to earlier today, he was talking about that. And I'm pretty sure it was Q is what he called it, but I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, and I'll put it
anywhere
somewhere that I'm wrong, like I always do. But yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
That is wild.
He had a lot of little nuggets that I'll try to just, because I didn't write them down, so I'm gonna try to remember.
McDonald's chicken nuggets.
They're a weak spot of mine. Used to be.
Nuggets.
I haven't had them in a while.
Yeah.
This ad break is brought to you by fuck you, McDonald's. Let's go.
Well, fear not if you spot the iconic truck on the hilltops peering down at you below as you approach. Hidden cameras and various types of instrumentation have tracked you all the way up to the gate. They know who you are, where you came from, and every step you took to get to the gate for the last mile.
Absolutely. How many times you wiped your ass and how many times you shake when you piss, if you're a guy.
If you're a guy.
Yeah. Unless women shake. I don't think they do a little jiggle when they shake.
Who knows?
I've never watched a girl pee before, and I have no interest in it.
Moving on. While the seemingly simple gate and guard post may seem off for such a high security base,
Level Q.
it's all part of the...
Sorry.
I'm going with level Y.
Shut up.
It's all part of this, guys. But how did this legend of the base grow? And just what the hell are they up to in there?
Tell me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to build a pyramid, paint some paintings, and start a revolution. Get ready for Lennon's History Corner. It's time.
Thought you were going to forget to unmute us for a second.
No, of course not. It all begins in 1274 BC with the Battle of Kadesh.
That's a crock of shit.
Pharaoh Ramses II of Egypt decides to expand his empire into Syria and with the city of Kadesh. But fast forwarding a little bit in time, we arrive at World War II.
Oh.
What the fuck is happening over there?
Don't mind me. Just rip my sock off.
Great.
It's cool.
fast forwarding a little bit in time, we arrive at World War II. Following the conflict, another more cold conflict began between the two superpowers of the world, the United States and
China.
Oh, close.
Russia.
So close. And still so close, Soviet Union. Once the Cold War began, the U.S. was immediately shut out from what went down beyond
the grave.
Beyond the Iron Curtain, and the U.S. began to suspect hostile intentions and technological advancement from the Soviets that could threaten or rival the U.S. And in the early 1950s, the U.S. Navy and U.S. Air Force conducted a series of recon missions over the Soviet Union.
Reconnection.
Yeah. And it feels so good. These missions were dangerous due to the method in which they collected the surveillance.
Dangerous.
Danger. Low altitude flyovers was how this was done. Meaning that if they could see things on the ground, they also could be spotted or were shot down. A solution was needed, and in 1954, President Eisenhower approved a new project to come up with a solution to this problem.
Yes, sir.
The birth of the U-2 program.
Banned. Oh, shit.
The U-2 spy plane is a high-altitude spy plane with the sole intention not on combat, but on the other gathering of information below.
Gotcha.
The program was approved. Now they just needed a remote place to develop the test. A CIA officer by the name of Richard Bissell.
Dick Bissell.
He
also did the vacuum.
Colonel Osmond Ritland, Kelly Johnson, and the director of Lockheed Skunk Works spotted the site on April 12th of 1955 while on an aerial scouting mission.
It's hard to miss. It's the size of the state of Rhode Island. Well, let me rephrase that. The testing site is the size of the state of Rhode Island, not the whole thing.
Is it really?
It's bigger. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't remember the actual miles.
State-sized facility.
It's not the facility; it's the test site, the desert portion where they do all their testings and their bombings.
Groom Lake.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. This site wasn't new to the U.S. military, as it was used as an aerial gunnery range during World War II. In July of that year, Area 51 was now active for testing and development of the U-2 program. The name Area 51 actually comes from its map designation, but during its operation of the U-2 program, the base was simply called
U-2
Paradise Ranch.
Sorry, you got me in the middle of a yawn.
I wasn't even going to quiz you, and then it's like, I gotta get him. It was simply called Paradise Ranch.
Was it Paradise Ranch?
It was called
The Valley. I wish
Silicon
I knew
Valley.
if I knew a YouTube song, I would have started singing, but I don't fucking listen to them, so.
Yeah, just Imagine Dragons. Directly following the opening of the base, UFO reports began to flood in.
Why is that?
Well, in 1992, the CIA did a report called Developing the U-2. It's the big one. Called Developing the U-2. It wasn't until 1998 that this report was released. Nope.
Wow, that looks cool. Sorry.
What?
I was figuring you were pausing for a second, so I was looking at the circles in my eye from the light. I can see yours too. That's pretty cool.
I can see yours too. We look like replicants.
Replicants. I have not seen that movie, I don't think.
Blade Runner?
Yeah, I have not seen the movie.
Okay.
I'm
just joking.
Do I look like James Holiday? Huh?
Halliday. I just watched that last night.
You watched it? I just reading
Sort of.
books.
Excuse the fuck out of me. Mr. Civilized Classy over here.
No. I was listening to the books. No, that's civilized. You hear me read shit.
I started I listen to audiobooks too. I started going through the entire Dune franchise for the 5th time.
Spoiler alert, Johnny dies. Johnny Five.
Mm-hmm. If only that was a person.
I know.
Anyway, well, in 1992, the CIA did a report
Back on the rails.
called Developing the U-2. And it wasn't until 1998 that this report was released, riddled with redactions and black marks.
There you go. That's normal, though.
It was declassified.
But was it, though? Because it had redactions and black marks.
Yeah.
I hate that term, declassified, yet you have all this stuff.
Yeah, it's like the words that they leave in are the them,
Right.
we,
Yeah. Well, all
car.
right. At least they gave it. U-2 spy plane. Got it.
But in 2000, on August 15th of 2013,
Yes, sir.
the full version was released
Oh, without
to
the
the
redactions.
public. Yes, the full version.
There you go. Now you can say it has been declassified.
Declassified.
In my opinion, of course.
Declassified. Basically, many of these. Oh, hey, look, I put a link for myself in. So the full report will be in our show notes, the link to it. You can read through it. It's only about 635 pages. That's a joke. It's not. It's like 30.
I can read that.
But at the same time, it kind of goes through their whole system. And inside of there, by system, I don't know why I said system. I meant program of how they developed this stuff.
Gotcha. Well, it's kind of a system how they development, though, right?
Yeah, but in there, in there, they talked about how these reports came flooding in at the time.
Yes, sir.
And basically, they found that many of these reports from the time came from commercial airline pilots who saw craft flying above them. Now, at this time, commercial airlines had flown generally between 10,000 and 20,000 feet.
Crazy.
Military aircraft was known to fly up to around 40,000 feet.
Right.
But
This one can fly 90,000 feet.
when they saw these things flying 60,000 feet and above,
Oh, I was about to say, it is 90,000 though, right? To get up to?
somewhere in there.
Okay.
I know that they basically need to be wearing spacesuits.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't read that wrong.
yeah, no. It was generally thought that
I said.
humans couldn't even fly that high,
Yeah.
based off of their commercial
What year was
airlining
this?
knowledge.
1950?
This was 1955 was when the program
So
was.
NASA wasn't even up there yet.
Yeah.
Or was it?
That's what we don't know. No, we don't.
we know.
Yeah, no, it's good. So then they started reporting these because they looked up and they're like, "What the fuck is that up there?" So
Could you imagine?
with that being, yeah, right.
What's that, Jim?
Couldn't tell you, but I shit my pants.
That's what that smell was.
I think we gotta put this bitch down.
All right, let's just nosedive.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
That's scurry away, or however you said that. That one.
Turn tail and scurry.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Turn tail and scurry.
But what they were actually seeing was the U-2. I bet a few Delta pilots messed their pants that day. I like when I don't like. I think I caught myself doing something that day where I was doing in-depth research just for a joke. So for that one specifically, I looked up what were the biggest airline companies in 1955.
Delta
Makes sense.
still is.
Yes. And I also,
What? You also what?
I also want to say that due to high security R&D that went on during the U-2 program,
Real.
dick.
Oh, there's an and in there. I was gonna say real dick, and I was like, wait, real and dick? I should have just said Rick and Dick. It's a new cartoon.
Red and Dick. Rick and Dick.
Yeah. It's almost like we had a 20-minute break there.
Oh, man. Due to high security R&D that went on during the U-2 program, information about the true nature of most of these sightings couldn't be revealed to the public. And weather balloon research, nope. Weather research,
Nope.
Natural phenomena, yada yada lines. Did you just yada yada?
You took mine again.
We're fed to
I can't even say that anymore.
Tony Taco keeps stealing my lines.